Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of The Wizard's Table. Right now, it's just me, Mr. Spee, and our guest, Staci Parkinson. Ken is having a little bit of technical difficulties, but I'm sure he'll hop in here soon. So, Staci, thank you for joining us. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for having me. I appreciate being on here. I love being on. I love watching you guys. You guys are awesome.
Absolutely. If you don't know, Staci is one of the members of Paranormal in the Funhouse, and they are a fantastic crew. I love watching them go on all their different adventures. Some stuff pops off.
Oh yeah. Oh, this. Yeah, for sure. We have a lot of crazy stuff going on. We've had. We're actually getting ready to. We're working on season 3 already, which I cannot believe that it's already season 3. Um, on Paraflix, which was absolutely fantastic. It was awesome. We're in the middle of filming for season 3 as we speak. We have a really cool episodes coming out. We have our first episode that will premiere the second week of September on Paraflix, which is our home network. So if you haven't subscribed to Paraflix yet, please absolutely go check it out. Definitely worth it. You guys can go and check that out. Also, we have a lot of crazy stuff going on. We have our new website that just launched, which is funhouseparanormal.com, which you can also, the link there for Paraflix is on there as well. We have 13% off. We have a huge sale on our website right now, 13% off on everything and anything you can imagine on the website until Monday night. So you guys have time to check that out. But yeah, we have a lot of cool stuff going on.
Yeah, and you guys just partnered with a paranormal
Paranormal
investigator.
Depot, yes,
Yeah.
paranormaldepot.com, which is fantastic. It's all around the world. You can find media anywhere from mediums to spiritual guys. Know that we are the number one group in the state of Maryland for paranormal investigators. So if you guys want to check us out and check all the amazing other guys that are on the website, it is paranormaldepot.com. So check that out. It's awesome. We're super excited about that. And
Wow.
we also have something coming up in September that we've been working on. We finally get to go film at Ripley's Believe It or Not in Ocean City, Maryland, which is we're so excited for. I'm like it's like a playground for us. I'm so excited to go there. So that's going to be awesome. That's going to be an episode. So we're super excited. We're super pumped. Busy,
That's
but super
awesome.
pumped.
Well, busy's not a bad thing at all.
Right. Yep.
Perfect. Well, I was reading your bio today, and Ken pointed out a part of it that you used to be a dog groomer. How did you go from grooming dogs to paranormal investigation?
So I've always had like animals hold something within me that I would much rather work with animals than humans. So now I
Amen.
went from working with animals to working with spirits. So I
I
still do
mean,
I still do grooming on the side when I can, but with the show I've been so busy. But it's just something with animals and spirits, I don't know. I'd rather work with them than the living.
yeah, I totally understand that. You must be really empathetic.
Yeah, I'm super it's I don't know. It's funny growing up. I watched the Ghost Adventures and all the ghost shows, and I was that's so cool, and I'm so into it. But never would I have thought that I would be sitting here today being a paranormal investigator. I never thought in the back of my mind, hey, I'm gonna do that one day. It just never occurred to me, and I think it's really cool. I love it. It went from something cool, this is so cool and blah 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 to I can actually help people. This is something that I can help someone with. They can talk to their loved one, lost person or animal or anything like that.
Oh, we lost you for a little bit there.
Oh,
You're back.
am I here? All right, I'm back. Sorry, guys.
It's all good. So tell us a little bit about your first investigation. How did that whole thing get set up? Did you just happen to be going with what happened, and where was your first investigation?
We started talking, me and Brandon started talking, and we were like, let's just try and see what happens if we go live on Facebook, and let's do this thing, because we both all been into it. Like we said before, like we're both into it, and we were like, oh, let's just try it out. So we ended up going down simple 5 miles down the road down to Crybaby Bridge, aka Governor's Bridge Road. And we were like, oh, let's just see, because we've heard so many stories, different stories over the years. You never really know what's true, what's urban legend. Let's just try it out. Well, we ended up doing it, and it like completely blew up like into something that neither one of us were really expecting. Like we had over, I think it was like 44,000 views, like a lot of shares, and me and Brandon were like, maybe this is something we can do. Like we can get into it. Like let's just try it out. And like I think like it's almost like as soon as I did that and realized, oh, this is awesome. Like this is actually really cool. Like let's do it. So we both just jumped on board, and we were like, let's just go for it. Let's just dive in. Let's just do it. So that's where we were. Like there have been times where I am not gonna lie, there was times where I was like, I am done. Like I don't want to do, like I'm scared to death. It's not a joke. This is not a game. But at the end, I just, I was like, let's do it. Let's just go for it.
Yeah, that's awesome though. I love that you found something that was just something that you thought would be fun, and something that ends up that you're so passionate about. I think that's incredible.
Yeah, like I never, like I told you, I never in a million years would, 10 years ago, like if you would have told me, hey, you're going to be a paranormal investigator and you're going to be on television, I would have probably laughed at you and be like, yeah, okay. Like that's never going to happen. Like ever. But
life has a mysterious way of working while you're busy making other plans.
Yeah, for sure. That's why I said I never make plans like for the future, because you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know where you're going to be. You don't know what's going to happen. Like it's just, I feel like if I try to even plan out your life, it's like it's never going to happen the way that you want it to happen. So you just kind of go with the flow and let things ride out how they will be.
Yeah, exactly. So I wanted to know, when is your kind of cutoff where, because I know that.
Yep, there you are.
There we go. When's your kind of cutoff? Because I know that spooky things sort of happen, and what's the point at which you go, all right, fuck this, no more?
Oh, there have been a few times. I will definitely tell you right now. I think, well, from what my understanding is I'm an empath. So when we go to these places, I can feel like what some of these people have gone through and felt, and even at the time of their deaths. I've been choked. I've had marks on my neck. I've thrown up violently from a little girl, being bitten by a poisonous snake. I had those effects. And I will tell you, at one time, I literally was like, I'm not doing this anymore. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be sick. I don't want to be attacked. I don't want to be, but then I like got myself together and my thoughts together. And I was like, you know what? I was like, if this is how it's going to be, and if I can help these spirits, some of the spirits are stuck wherever we are, get to the light and see the light and go into the light, then I will put myself out there just for them to be able to have peace. Because as much, like, don't get me wrong, I was like, I am done. Like, I am not doing this anymore. I am done. But at the same time, it's like, you can't be selfish, like, and say, well, I was affected once or twice, so I can't do this anymore. I can't find, like, people out there need our help, and people, like, want to speak, like I said earlier, speak to their loved ones, and people need to have peace and be able to go into the next transition of their life, that if it's done here on earth, wherever they may go, then they should be able to go. So if I can use myself, I would do it. And that's what I'll continue to do.
It's kind of like you're a doctor in many ways, is you're figuring out what's wrong, and even though you've been bitten and kicked and shit on just like doctors, you still got a job to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep, that's how it. Like I will continue doing as much as like those darker spirits. They will try and push you away from that and tell you, you know, no, we're going to affect you in a way that you're going to quit. Well, I'm not going to quit. They don't know me, so I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to give the people that do.
Yeah, you're built tougher than that.
Mm-hmm.
Sandy has an excellent question. Sandy wants to know, do you protect yourself in any way on investigations?
We do. We absolutely make sure that we do our prayers, and I also have my protection stones, and yeah, we definitely make sure that we do the opening prayers for when we go to places, and we also do the closing prayers to make sure that whatever is there or has affected us stays where it is, as well as us being cleansed ourselves personally. Yes, we make sure every time we go, so nothing can attach itself to us and mess with us, basically. Yeah. So yeah, yes, we do. Yes, I make sure of that for sure.
Good, yeah, because that can go downhill so quickly.
Quickly, very quickly, and it can unfortunately, it can turn deadly for some people.
It can,
so
yeah.
It's very it's everyone goes there if you I've talked to teenage kids and stuff that think that it's all fun and games and this and that, and I'm like, you guys don't really understand what you're doing and how you're saying it, and what you're saying can really affect your lives in the long run. They can attach themselves to you because they feed off of that. They don't know the negative, and the younger they are, they always say, animals and children are very, very susceptible to the spirits, and they attach themselves to it. So that's why I always make sure, if anybody ever asks me, oh, I'm going to play with this Ouija board and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, just make sure you know what you're doing and protect yourself, because it's not a joke and it's not a game like that some may think that it is. But yeah.
Absolutely. So a lot of those horror movies people don't realize are based on actual things that happened. Nobody made
it's
some of this
based on
stuff
real
up.
events, true events that really, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Chris asks, what sort of protection stones do you use?
I actually have, I'm not sure of the name of them. I actually have a crystal lady that's lives in Annapolis that helps us out with that. I can find out for you and I can let you know for sure. But I know that I love to use my quartz. I love the quartz, and I love the crystallite. That's really good for me.
Yeah.
But you can use, it just depends person to person, honestly. It's not one stone that really does the protection. It just what you bond with, what you feel comfortable with, and how you do it and how you use your prayers is really how it's gonna go down.
Yeah, and make sure that you're cleansing and charging your stones either in sunlight or moonlight. And if you ever have one, get a new one, because that stone is done.
Yeah, absolutely. Make sure that you're definitely doing. Just like you cleanse yourselves, you cleanse your stones. It's very important that you do that wherever you may go, whatever you do. It's just, you have to make sure that you're on it with that when it comes to that.
We should get you a little squirt gun of holy water for everything.
I have it. We have holy water. We do.
I love it. Just put it in a spray bottle and run around everywhere.
Let me ask you this, Staci. Sorry about my camera dysfunction.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Glad to see you.
Yeah, thank you. It dysfunctions like I do in life. But do you make your own holy water?
No. I don't feel, I'm not going to lie to you, I don't feel comfortable making my own holy water. I would rather get it from someone else that actually knows what they're doing, because I want to make sure that when I need that holy water, that it is lit.
It's the holiest you can get.
I guarantee you, Staci, if you put your prayer and your intent into creating that holy water, you put all your energy into it, I guarantee it would be just as effective as any other type of holy water out there.
Yeah, once I feel comfortable, I'm sure that I will eventually. But right now, I'm just I'm still a newbie into this, so I still want to make sure that I have all my T's crossed and I's dotted and everything. So yeah, I'm sure I will. Like, right now, I'm just learning about the crystals and I'm learning about everything. And I'm still, like I said, a newbie at it. So eventually, down the road, I'm sure I will be able to do that and I will feel more comfortable doing that.
Honestly, I think you're going to get to the point where you're so comfortable infusing this power and stuff, you're just going to start making holy spit.
Yeah, because and I can tell you already have like a hell of a lot of power within you. You're like the paranormal mama, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and let me ask you this: what is it like being the only female amongst this circus? Because I know it's a circus.
I have literally, if you go back on lives and you even go back on some episodes, I will literally look into the camera and be like, help me. Like, I'm with all these stupid men and I'm the only woman and I got to feel like I'm the mama and I got to stir them all in the right direction and make sure they're all together. And I'm always left. If you look at the lives, they always leave me. I'm like, you're leaving me.
Every time.
Why are you leaving me?
I have seen that.
Yes, thank you, because they don't seem to look at it that way. They're like, we're not leaving you, and I'm like, well, you are.
Well, men in general are children. We never truly really grow up. So.
Oh yeah. So I literally they say, how many kids do you have? And I count them all as my children. I'm like, I have a whole lot of them. I was like, technically I gave birth to 2, but I have like 10. So.
Well, how long have you and Brandon been together?
8 years. We've been together 8 years, and we have been through anything and everything you can imagine that would probably break a normal couple up. We have been through it. Right. But we have, like I said, we've been through everything, and we always vowed that we would always do this thing together. Like, no matter what, we would be in this crazy thing called life together. Like, we would make it through no matter what. If one was hurting, the other one was right behind them. Like, we just, and then now we're doing this crazy thing, and it's our next adventure. That's what I call it. It's like we're writing a book.
Yeah.
You guys should write a book.
What's our next adventure? What are we going to do now? Yeah. Like, where are we going now? To write a book. Definitely going to write a book.
That would be awesome.
Book on us. For sure.
Well, how long?
It'd be the Notebook, the paranormal edition.
I had some technical issues with my camera, and thankfully I got it worked out. But I don't know if you and Mistress B covered this before I got a chance to get back on. But how long have you guys, or you specifically, been actively investigating spirits, ghosts, paranormal activity in general?
I've always, like I was telling her, I've always been into like the spiritual world, the spiritual aspect. Like I've grew up watching like all the Ghost Adventures and everything like that. And like I told her, never in a million years did I see myself doing this. Like sitting back looking at like an episode of Ghost Adventures, and I'm like, I'm actually doing this. Like, this is what I'm doing now. Like, this is crazy to me. It's mind blowing. Like 10 years ago, I would have been like, you're crazy. I'm not going to be that person. I'm not going to be out there like that and doing that. And I think it's awesome to watch on TV, but do I want to experience it? Probably not. But now I'm like, woo.
The episode where you guys went to the Maryland Inn,
mm-hmm.
and you were blindfolded,
mm-hmm.
and Brandon walks up and touches you.
And I wanted to punch him in the face.
I know.
That episode.
You were like, what the fuck?
Like, what's wrong with you?
Oh, yeah. It was hilarious. I was right there with you, but I was laughing my ass off.
I'm sure because I would have probably been laughing my ass off watching that. Like, what the hell's wrong with you?
I tell you, that was hilarious. You were ready to deck him in the mouth.
Oh, he knows now, since we started doing this Ested method, he knows now. He warns me. He gives me warnings. Hey, I'm coming up. Hey, I'm going to be right there. Don't hit me. And I'm like, okay, no problem.
So you guys need like a paranormal safe word or something.
I know. It's funny. He knows now, though.
Yes, Mike, that was an awesome episode for sure. Because I remember you guys got a lot of interaction.
And that's what I like though about this, is because I like those episodes where we can go in and get a crap ton of evidence and a crap ton of EVPs and a got a lot going on. And then there's some places where we go where there's nothing. And you're not going to see anything because we're not going to fake anything. Like,
Exactly.
That's not what I'm about. And like, that's our whole crew and our whole team is like that. Look, if we go into a place and there's nothing, are we going to be disappointed? Absolutely. Who isn't going to be?
Sure.
But at the same time, I'm not going to fake anything for people to see because
That's right.
I think that's just a crappy thing to do. Like,
Yeah.
I want everybody to see the real deal.
I think that's what's so cool about you guys doing some of your investigations completely live is because it's real. You know exactly what is happening is happening out loud.
What you see is what you get. That's what I. Yeah,
it doesn't matter how good you are at special effects. You cannot do special effects on Facebook Live.
Absolutely not.
The thing is, and I know both of you guys, as well as Brandon, will agree with me. There is way too much shit out there with regards to the paranormal. You don't have to fake anything. It's there.
Yep. If it's there and it wants you to see it, you will see it. That's how I look at it. If it's truly there the way that people have claims and people have seen, then it either you're going to see it, or if it is there and it doesn't want you to see it, you're not going to see it.
Right.
It's not going to do it. It's not something. It's not a child where you can scold and say, you have to make this light turn off, or you have to do this, or you have to throw this. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
You're either going to get it or you're not.
Well, go ahead, baby.
I think having you on the team is probably really helpful for stuff like that because you're such a gentle, welcoming spirit that no matter what any other spirits are feeling, no matter what trauma they faced in their life or their death or the afterlife, you have such a calming, trusting, safe aura that if I were a spirit, I would feel comfortable revealing myself to you because I knew that you wouldn't be in it for some sort of hoax or just to mess with me or anything like that. So I think having you on the team is really, really beneficial.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I agree. You are definitely what we see is what we get when it comes to you. You are true.
Thank you.
I wanted to ask you though, what has been the most, I guess, impactful or possibly the most frightening situation you have ever encountered whilst doing this?
I've had a few, like I was telling her earlier. There have been a couple of times where I literally wanted to leave and not come back to a location. There have been times where I have been physically affected, I was choked. The air was literally, I couldn't breathe. I felt like I had marks around my neck. That was at Crybaby Bridge, where I was like, I don't know if I want to be here. Like, whatever is at that place, I will tell you, does not like women. It does not like women at all.
Do you believe that what's at the Crybaby? Because I feel like it's very dark.
Yeah, very dark. It's very dark, and whatever. I don't think my personal opinion, and there's been different opinions of it. My personal opinion is I don't think it meant to be dark there. But over the years of the people coming there and doing the seances and doing different weird, strange things that they don't know what they're doing, brought that darkness there. And that darkness has been there for years, and it's not going to go anywhere. And no matter what you do, honestly, at that place, you're not going to get rid of it. It's there to stay.
It's probably safe to say that you've had that location has had a lot of people going out there and practicing very unorthodox occult methods.
Absolutely. Things that they don't know. They don't know at all. They don't know how powerful what they're doing, how powerful it is, and what they're causing there. That's what we've learned over the time of going there. Like, we've seen things. Like, I've seen where they had seances and they've done things in the woods, and it's definitely, like I said, if you don't know what you're doing, at least try and learn about what you're doing before you do it, because it can cause like devastating effects. Like it's like a downpour of like negative things that can happen if you don't know what you're doing.
Yes,
it leaves a stain on a place. It's like the more and more you do this stuff, the more and more it starts to get dark and sticky. And if the door keeps creaking open every time because nobody closes it, they just open it and get scared and leave.
Absolutely.
It keeps creaking open. They create this darkness and negativity and unchecked power. Because if they open the door to anything, anything's coming through.
It's like, exactly, you open up a portal. If you're opening up a portal, you have no idea. If you don't know what you're doing and how to do it, you don't know what's going to come in through that portal.
And it's been my experience. It's been my experience when people have called me to help them with spirit infestations, human and non-human spirits, that there's always something, 99% of the time, especially if it's a new home, the occupants of that new home have done something, usually a combination of being on the influence of something and screwing around with witchcraft or a Ouija board. But It's been my experience that once that door, that portal is open, it's damn near impossible to close it. Yeah, sure, you can patch it up for a while, but it'll never be closed.
Oh, no, absolutely not. No, absolutely not. Once you ask, to communicate with the other side and you open that up and you don't do it properly in order to, it's always going to be there. There's always going to be something there.
Have you and Brandon or anyone else in the team, even solitarily or collectively, ever employed an Ouija board?
No. I think, me personally, I won't. I know that Brandon did try with a lady in the beginning, like in our first season, but I think we pretty much steered away from that. I just don't, I don't feel comfortable enough to be around a Ouija board. I don't know enough, should I say. And I don't want to sit there and use it like it's a game if I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to bring something out that doesn't need to be out. If I wouldn't have messed with that Ouija board, or you know, I would rather basically be taught and know what I'm doing before I even attempt to go there.
Absolutely. And I don't always use a Ouija board. I only use one when I feel it is appropriate. When it's a tool. It's a tool.
Right. Absolutely.
But before I employ a Ouija board, I always do protection or protective techniques before, during, and definitely after.
After, yeah, for sure. And that's what I'm saying. I would rather have someone teach me all that before I start to even mess around with it. Because, I mean, and I'm not, and please don't get me wrong, because I've actually had people tell me, oh, it's evil, it's evil. I don't necessarily think a Ouija board is evil.
It's not evil.
I think that you have to know what you're doing, as with any tool that you use, before you do it.
Yes, and I agree with Brandon. He says, I like the scrying
mirror. The scrying mirror is awesome. I do like that. That's pretty cool. But again, that is also something, it's a tool, and you have to make sure you know what you're doing.
Even when you're scrying through a mirror, personally, I'd like to use like black polished obsidian. Black mirror. Absolutely. You still have to be careful, sure. But you know what? You've got to be careful, especially there's a lot of people who will use a digital recorder to try to pick up EVPs in their own home. That's still an invitation.
Oh, absolutely. I think any tool that you use, honestly, is an invitation into your home. You just have to make sure that you're doing it correctly. And like I said, make sure you're using your prayers. Make sure that and my thing is always, no matter what, make sure you're respectful of the spirits. Because I've seen things on television and I've seen things on shows where people are not respectful. And I don't like it. I'm like, don't be disrespectful to them. Like they're, we're asking for their communication. They don't have to communicate with us, or they could be negative in a way. Like I've seen people get pissed off, like I'm not, this is blah, 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 and trying to like egg them on. And I'm like, don't do that. Like that's the worst thing I think you can do.
Yes. And even a human spirit
can
cause and wreak a hell of a lot of havoc.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, 100%.
Yeah. So somebody asked how Ouija boards are different than other tools. And basically what I would say is a Ouija board is more like a door, whereas everything else is more like a window. A Ouija board is a direct portal to come on in, do what you want to do. And everything else, you're more trying to hear and communicate. You're just cracking that window. It's still way in if you crack it big enough, but it's less of an invitation. It's less of an overt, like, come on through.
Yeah, and using a Ouija board, a hell of a lot more of your psychic energy is utilized, not just by you, but whatever or whoever is on the other side of that, the receiving end of that Ouija board. So, oh yeah, it can be very devastating. There are many accounts of 15, 16, 17-year-olds using a Ouija board wantonly or whatever. Next thing you know, they leave, they go home, and they have severe poltergeist activity.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I have heard that. Yes, for sure.
But Toys R Us, they used to sell the hell out of them, baby. You could even get a pink one.
If you find me a pink Ouija board, you give me that pink Ouija board.
That's funny. Yeah, they did. They sell them anywhere and everywhere, like bookstores, toy stores. And I'm thinking to myself, if people only actually really knew what you could do with this thing, like not to just play the game that it's intended to be, but you could really do some powerful things with this thing.
Kathy Hallbrook, never disrespect a spirit of any kind. Always be respectful. I totally agree with that. And
absolutely.
That doesn't just apply to human spirits. That also applies to non-human entities that has never known flesh. Be respectful to all spirits.
Absolutely.
You have to, because you don't know who you're dealing with, and you don't know their power. You don't know their motivation. So you don't know if it's a human spirit. You don't know if it's some sort of trickster trying to get a way in. You don't know if it's a spirit that's so powerful that any sort of
it could come in as pretending to be your loved one, your grandma. And it's not. And that's what people have to understand when it comes to that. Like, they'll be like, oh, it's my aunt or my grandmother. No. It's not necessarily either one of them. And it's probably not going to be one of them, most likely.
I think that if you want to contact the dead specifically, I would go find a reputable medium somewhere that's safe, somewhere that's controlled, or do other sorts of divination. There are so many other things that you can do. You can do tarot, you can do runes, you can do all sorts of things.
Yeah, absolutely. Any of those things are perfect. You don't have to use a Ouija board to connect with your loved ones.
And that's what I'm trying
to get them to understand.
A Ouija board is, in fact, a type of necromancy. It's true. Using a digital recorder to try to pick up on EVPs, it is a type of necromancy. It's a soft type of necromancy, but it's necromancy nonetheless, because you are trying to facilitate communication with the dead.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, yeah. I mean, that makes sense. This is true.
Kathy Hallbrook says Walmart sells Ouija boards too, in the board game section right there with cards and everything. Absolutely, they do. Thank you, Kathy.
Yep, they do.
I'm serious. If anybody finds a pink Ouija board, get your hands on it and send it my way, because I want one real bad.
If you want one, baby, I'll order you one off of Amazon for real.
Don't tell Kevin, but I'm only using it at your house.
I'll use it in my office, right here in my office.
We'll salt the doors. Whole thing.
Oh.
That's funny.
So, Ken, we missed you in the beginning, and I didn't get to ask how you're doing.
I'm doing really good. The week went by relatively quick for me. Nothing crazy going on. I know we've had some hurricane threats and things like that, but I'm used to them. I've been in Florida. Well, I was born and raised in Florida, so I'm used to hurricanes. Not an issue there whatsoever. So hurricanes don't really bother me. I've rode out many a hurricane. The only thing I freak out about is tornadoes.
Yeah, tornadoes are scary.
Yeah, I don't like that shit at all, baby. Hi, Robert.
It's funny. We're in Maryland, and we're usually pretty protected when it comes to like hurricanes and all that good stuff and tornadoes. But we've had 3 minor earthquakes here in like the last 6 months, and I don't know where that's coming from.
Oh wow!
I'm like, okay, not used to earthquakes. Can do floods, can do rain, can do tropical storms. Not really used to earthquakes.
I have never been through an earthquake. I could not imagine what that would be like.
They are not fun.
No, but I think, like I said, we're lucky. Like they were very, very minor. But like my cousin that lives out in California, they're so used to it. It's like every day to them. They're like, oh, it's an earthquake. I'm like, oh, okay, well, good for you. But I'm not used to that stuff. I'm not used to things moving and buildings shaking and the ground literally doing this. Like that's strange to me.
Yeah. Kathy Hallbrook says it is dangerous to use without the proper protection and knowledge. Absolutely, it can it can be. Yes, for sure.
Yes.
Mhm.
So Brandon has commented a few times, and I've been reading all his comments. So word is you guys have a new member.
Yes, we do, Miss Elizabeth. We love Miss Elizabeth. She's actually
tell
on
us
here
about
right
her.
now.
Tell us
Is
about
this
her.
her comment?
Yes, that's her. That's her. Yes. Yes, Miss Elizabeth. We love her. She's a sensitive and she's amazing. She came in like. It's funny how I always say, like, you meet people, when you're meant to meet someone, you definitely, you meet them. And her coming into our group, our crazy little group was awesome. She's like the perfect fit. She's sweet. She's down to earth. She's fantastic. So we're going to enjoy her company and her abilities. Hopefully you guys will see in season 3. So we are working on that. And then, of course, you guys know Jason, our secondary camera guy, and then
Yes.
Scooby.
He's
Scooby is
yes.
here. And then, so we got our little team together, and I think this is like the perfect fit because you go through a couple different people and you're like, for a while, and then it's just not the right fit. But just for some reason, this little group that we got together is awesome.
Well, how are you guys feeling about season 3, and what are some of the goals that you would like to accomplish?
Super excited about season 3. I think like I'm more excited than the rest of them, honestly. I'm even more excited than Brandon, and he's the most excited. But we have so many different things going on. We're gonna be shooting this season completely different than season 1 and 2. Like it's gonna have a completely different look to it. We're gonna be throwing some cool little dramatizations in there for you guys.
Ooh.
Yeah, shoot, that was my idea. I didn't mean to say that was my idea. But no, we're gonna do some cool things. We got some cool locations coming up. Like I said, I was telling you earlier, we landed Ripley's Believe It or Not, which super excited for. Like I am beyond excited for that. Like I said, that's my playground. Like I feel like I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna be like a little kid running around like, ooh, do you hear that? Ooh, what's that? Ooh, let's go over here and check this out. Like it's just cool to me. I like history. Anything that has to do with history, I'm like super excited about. So yeah, we have a ton of things coming up in September that we are gonna be working on. And we also did the Laurel House of Horrors, which is an actual haunted house here in Maryland. We're not sure what we're going to do with that right now. We don't know if we're going to make it an episode or we're going to be leaning more towards a documentary, possibly. But that was awesome. We actually going back and looking through evidence last night. Not a lot of people know, but we were looking through the evidence of the Laurel House of Horrors, and we caught an apparition.
We caught
one on camera.
Really?
We can't explain it. We went back 150 times because I'm looking at different angles. Like, is it someone? Is someone over there? Is this and that? And we caught them. We caught them. It was awesome. I was so excited. He screamed. I screamed. We looked like little kids. Like it was just the most exciting thing ever. But yes, we it did. It looked it was transparent. It was a hand, and it was on a like peeking around the corner. And I was like, there's no freaking way. Like, I was so excited. But yeah, like stuff like that. Like that's what we're working on. We're like I said, we have this new website up. You guys, I don't know if you guys have checked it out yet, but we have a huge sale going on, 13% off on everything on our website until Monday night. It's funhouseparanormal.com. And if you guys are not already Patreon members, check that out. It's $3 a month. You guys get extra content, stuff we're not gonna, bonus footage. Also, we are taking on donations for bigger places because, as you know, we need donations to get to places and do things and have this crazy show going and keep it going. And we also have the Paraflix. The Paraflix, if you guys have not subscribed yet to Paraflix to check out our show and a lot of other many amazing shows, check that out. The link is on our website, so you can click right on that and go straight into that and check that out as well. But we're still here, and we're still going to be giving you guys amazing lives on Facebook, and we're excited to see what season 3 will bring us here at Paranormal in the Funhouse.
So, Staci, if you could have your way, if money wasn't an option, travel wasn't an option, time wasn't an option, where would you like to investigate the most?
I'm going to not lie to you, and it's so simple, and people are like, you pick that over Italy or another country, or I would honestly go to Virginia City, Nevada. I want to go to Virginia City, Nevada so bad. If I could just have that whole town and just have that's where I want to go. Like that's my dream, to just go there and check that place out, because that place is so awesome, and I feel like it has so many untold stories still there.
And
like,
it is saturated.
See,
saturated.
I need to go.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, we'll start a GoFundMe, so we'll make your dream come true.
That's
Yay!
right.
I want to
go. Goldfield Hotel.
Yes, that is one that I want to check out for sure. Like that whole town, I would just be in heaven. I would just be in there, like running around, like let's play Zach Bagans, except I'm the female version.
Well, what about any possibility of going to the Conjuring house?
We are working on that as we speak. We are working on that, and we are still working on the Hinsdale house as well with Daniel. So those are all those. It will be happening. I can confirm they will be happening. I'm just not going to tell you when, because I'm not sure when, but it will be happening.
And Laura Romaine, thank you, Laura, brings up a good, I don't know if it's a question or what, but anyway, thank you, Laura Romaine. Bobby Mackey's, absolutely.
Yes,
Bobby Mackey's, please.
That's on our list.
Go there.
That is on our list. Yes, that is on our list. I will talk to Brandon about that more, but we actually have a friend who has a little bit of connection, so hopefully we can work that out too. But like September is September and October are going to be absolutely insane for us, and I'm so excited for what's coming up. Like, it's going to be amazing. Like, I can't wait to share with you guys everything that we're doing and everything that we've been doing. Like, we put a lot of hard work into this, and like, we're super excited for this. Like, season 3 is going to be fantastic by far.
I'm excited. I am totally excited for that. I can't wait. Yeah, you guys' show is really good. It's put together well. The guy that does the intro, the voice guy or whatever.
Jeff Maxfield, guys.
Amazing.
If you guys don't know anything about Jeff Maxfield, go check him out, dude. He is awesome. He can do anything and everything. He's a really cool, down-to-earth dude, but he is awesome. His voice is phenomenal. Like, he was meant to be doing voiceovers and
for sure.
His job. Like, he has it in the bag for sure. Yes, his name is Jeff Maxfield. He is awesome. Sorry, I had to throw that plug in there.
No, cool. No. Not a problem. Do it, baby. Girl, it's the Wizard's Table. You can say or talk about anything you want to.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate you guys having me. This is awesome. I love you guys. I love being on the show. This is so down to earth, and just so I can be myself and I feel comfortable. And I think
we're
awesome.
Just, we're real. We're cool.
Yeah.
Staci, when are you guys gonna come visit us and summon some demons?
For real.
We could probably make that happen. I can make that happen if I get my way, which normally, let's just be honest, I get my way. So I can make it happen. I can make it happen.
Is that because you're a woman?
No, not at all.
Wouldn't have nothing to do
No, nothing.
Love it.
So now, earlier I saw you go live and talk a little bit about the Wizard's Table. Was that your son in the background?
That was him. That is my mini-me. He's my boy. He's the one that wants to go out and do investigations and go to places. He's not afraid.
And I saw that, and he was talking about going to the witch's grave.
Mm-hmm. My oldest is like, stay away from me with that. Like, I don't want anything to do with that. My youngest is like, ride or die. He's like, let's go. What are we doing? We're going to do this, Mom? Let's go get this. Can I play with this piece of equipment, Mom? Hey, can we do this? And I'm like, sure. I'm like, yeah, whatever you want, kid.
He's not afraid of any of this stuff.
Oh, absolutely not. No. He's all about it. He's watched our show. He thinks it's so cool. He goes to school. He tells all his little classmates. my mom and my dad, they're Ghostbusters. Like, this is so cool. And I'm like, yeah. And they'll ask me, and I'll tell them, and explain to them, and he loves it. He's all about it. He thinks it's the coolest thing ever. So,
do you think having kids affects the way that you connect with spirits at all?
I do. I definitely do. That's one thing that, and you'll see that I will use that too. I'll be like, I'll explain if it's a little kid that I'm trying to communicate with, I will let them know, hey, I'm a mom too. And, I have 2 little boys, and, and sometimes it's actually worked in my favor that, like, it's different. When it comes to, like, child spirits, I feel more, like, drawn to them, and, like, I feel like they need me and I need them just as much as they need me, type of thing.
Yeah, so they know you're a mother, and they feel drawn to you, and they kind of gravitate towards you for comfort and security. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, for sure. They do. It's something about, and nothing against, the dad male role in children's lives, but it's different. Like when it comes to moms, like we're more of that, oh, come here type of thing. And the dads are, they have, it's different. I can't explain it. I don't know how to explain it, but like with my kids, I'm like that. I'm 100% that, mommy role where, oh, come here, are you okay? Did you get a boo-boo? Can I fix it for you? And then like Brandon's more of the, let's go out and wrestle and get hurt and stress my mom out type thing.
Rub some dirt in it.
Right, exactly. I'm more the, let me take care of you, and Brandon's more the, let's go and be this whatever.
Let's go throw sticks at each other in the yards. That's what my brothers and I did.
Oh yeah. I mean, but see, it's funny. I wasn't the girly girl growing up. I was the tomboy growing up. I was running with the boys, and I was jumping fences, and I was playing ball, and I never got into that whole, let me sit and play with Barbies and let me do this. And I was never into that. It was never my thing. Like, so I think I was always meant to be a boy mom. I was never meant to have girls, because I think I would lose my mind. Lose my mind. But boys, I connect with them more, and it's funny because I'm like, oh, okay. So they'll be like, Mom, go through this ball. I'll be like, okay, I'll go through the ball with you. But at the same time, I still have that mothering, like, let me make sure you're okay if you get hurt type thing.
Yeah, absolutely. So being that kids are especially sensitive to the paranormal, do you do anything to protect and cleanse your kids just to make sure that if anything comes home with you, that it won't attach to them?
I will say, depending on where we go, I have done that a few times. I don't do it all the time, just because I feel like once I protect myself, I'm pretty good with that. But there have been a couple of times where I've come home and I'm like, I've noticed, like, Landon, my youngest, he was talking to someone, and I couldn't figure out who he was talking to, and I'm like, who are you talking to? And there's nobody there, and apparently he was talking to, we believe we brought a spirit of a cat home with us from the pet cemetery we went to.
Oh,
and I'm like,
cute.
I'm like, okay. He's like, it's the cat, Mom. And I'm like, oh, no, not Clementine. I'm like, all right. So I have done that before. I have talked to him, and like, we've done that. Not gone into full detail, but like I've made sure that they're definitely protected. That's like the one thing I want to make sure that when it comes down to wherever we go, that we make sure we're doing the right things by cleansing ourselves and prayers and everything. That's why I said that's like the most important. That's very important to do wherever you go, because you don't know what can come home with you. You don't know where you're going to go, what's going to happen, who's going to piss a spirit off, and they're going to want to jump in with you. Like, hey, I'm going with you then.
Yeah, absolutely. You got lucky that it was just a cat spirit that you brought.
Yes. I was like, okay, I can deal with a cat spirit.
Yeah, absolutely. I love it. Have your kids shown any interest in wanting to go with you?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. My youngest, he's all about it. My youngest, like I said, he's like, Mom, when are we going? Let's go on an adventure. Let's go here. Let's go investigate. But my oldest is like, no, I'm good.
I'm sorry, guys.
I'm good.
I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on with my computer. I know we got a little rain going on, but I've never had this issue before. I think it's me.
No, it's probably me.
No, it's my computer for some reason. I don't know. Anyway, you know what, Staci? Shit happens, right, baby?
Yep.
So
go with it. That's right.
So you are okay. So I kind of gave you the nickname I'm doing great, Kathy. Thank you so much. I kind of nicknamed you the paranormal mama. So, but as the you're actually pretty fucking brave, right, girl?
Yeah, I try.
I mean, come on. Look at some of these locations you go to, like the Crybaby / Goatman's Bridge, shit like that. The Maryland Inn. And a lot of this stuff you guys are doing in the pitch black, right?
Yeah, that's what people don't understand.
Exactly.
They don't quite understand. I'm like,
explain that to them, baby.
You're seeing me like right now, but when I'm doing these things, it's completely dark. You can't see anything. Even if I didn't have a blindfold on, I still couldn't see anything. Nothing. So what you guys are seeing is like in the infrared and everything with the cameras, like you could see me. But when I'm there, I can't see anything. There's nothing. Like I could literally walk into a wall and not even know I'm walking into a wall. That's how dark it is. So yeah, it's pretty. It definitely is pretty creepy, and definitely I have thought once or twice like, oh, why am I doing this? But then I'm like, all right, well, let's just do it. Let's just jump at it full force and let's just get it done and do our thing. So
well, we know we know that. Go ahead, baby.
New merch idea. We need a bunch of Letterman jackets that say the paranormal mamas on the back, and us and all your fellow brave ladies. We can be the paranormal mamas.
That's right. Mamas. I would love to have my own little group. That would be awesome.
Girl, you would kick ass too, Staci.
I would try. Thank you. I appreciate that. I would try. I'm definitely not as brave as old Brandon Crody over there. He definitely throws himself into some things, and I'm like, nope, not doing it. I'm like,
I think that might be a little bit of braveness and a little male stupidity mixed in there.
Yeah. This is true. For sure. You're right. I'm like, nope, not doing it. I'm like, I'm bright. I'm not doing that. I'm putting myself into the situation.
Let me ask you this. I know you guys have run into a lot of human spirits and stuff. If you had to guess based on experience and based on the locations you went to, including the Crybaby / Goatman Bridge, things of that nature, how many non-human entities do you think you have actually encountered?
Quite a few.
Yeah.
I will. I'm pretty, quite a few. I'd say at one time, I don't think I encountered any human spirits at one point at Crybaby Bridge. I think they were all non-human entities. I will tell you that.
I will
tell you that. Like, of all the places that we've gone, I think it's more the non-human would be at Crybaby Bridge. I think.
And you know what? You know what I have noticed is a lot of these locations, like the Crybaby Bridge, Waverly Hills, for example, places like that, tuberculosis clinics, where there's been a lot of horrible things happen, a lot of deaths. There's always a non-human entity lingering around.
Oh, absolutely.
Because they're drawn to that dark energy.
Exactly. They feed on it. That's that dark energy they feed on, and they're gonna, wherever they feel comfortable with and wherever there's more of that darkness instead of that more of that lightheartedness, they're going to feed on it and they'll stay there. Absolutely. 100%. You're 100% right.
And any sort of darkness, it's pain, it's fear, it's illness, it's anything like that.
Anything where there were like traumatic experiences.
That's right.
That's right. Anything like that, they will absolutely stay there. They will absolutely feed on that, and they will stick to that. But I do think like as growing up in this area and hearing all the stories like about the Crybaby Bridge, I was like, oh, it's probably not that bad. It's probably urban legends, blah blah blah. It's that bad. I can assure you, that place is that bad. When they say it is bad, it is bad.
Obviously, I've never been there, but I do have a degree of empathic and psychic abilities. So when I saw you guys there the first time you went to this bridge, I honestly, Staci, I did not pick up on any kind of human entity. I feel because bridges like that, old bridges where horrible things have happened, bridges act as a spiritual crossroads in general, especially if they're made out of like iron and wood,
absolutely.
iron, wood, and even stone. You know, it saturates it in there. But I could feel just from watching you guys through television, because I watch Paranormal in the Funhouse on Roku through my television, and you bitches better watch it too. But they know
That's
I'm for
right.
real.
Tell them.
Right? You know, I will. I can tell there's no human spirits there. And I think what's happening is with a lot of these non-human spirits at places, like I said before, Waverly Hills, for example, places where all these traumatic, horrible deaths have happened or abuses have happened, there's always these demented non-human entities there. They're feeding off of this emotion that's been left behind. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's intelligent human hauntings. They feed off residual energy as well.
Oh, absolutely. I almost feel like they feed off the residual energy more than the other. Like I do. I have that. I do. I have like that. Like they can keep it going, and like that residual will always be there, so they'll always have that. Like
I never considered that.
It's like a crock pot of evil.
Right.
Thank you.
Stacy, I honestly never considered that with regards to the residual.
I mean, like I said, that's my feeling on it, but that's what I pick up in the places that we've been. That's what I picked up on it.
No, it makes a lot of sense.
Because that you'll always have residual energy there.
Right. It's always going to be there.
It'll always be there. No matter what, you can do whatever you want. It's always going to be there. So you're always going to have that darker, non-human entity that can feed off of that forever.
You know, and I have found, I'm sorry, baby. Let me say this real quick. I have found, Stacy, that when people call me to do an exorcism, which, by the way, it's very unorthodox. The church wouldn't approve, but I don't give a shit. Whatever. Me. It is harder. It is harder to get rid of residual energy than it is an intelligent haunt.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Because you got to figure that it's been there for so long that it's not something that happened a couple hundred, a couple years ago or whatever the case may be, but that residual energy has been there for so long, and it's like it's manifesting within.
And it's not receptive to you commanding it or asking it to leave, because it's not intelligent.
Right, absolutely, 100%. I'm with you, Ken. Yeah, you're 100%
it's almost
right.
It's like having the coals in a fire. The fire might die down, but the coals
will stay hot. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. Yep.
Mistress V, you are a metaphor queen.
Thank you, Ken.
She is. She truly is.
For real, though. The human spirits just want to tell their stories. A lot of them do, Courtney. Absolutely. A lot of them do. And and Stacy, you'll probably agree with this. Once they get that opportunity to get that attention, to be heard, it's easier for them to transition and to truly cross over.
Absolutely. Yes, 100%. That's what I was telling her earlier. I was like, some spirits are so, wherever they are, and some spirits are so used to staying there that no, they're not going to want to go. They're going to want to stay where they're comfortable at and where they are. And most of the time, you can get them to cross over into that light. And that's what I like about doing what I'm doing. I like to be able to help spirits that are trapped or feel that they're trapped, that they can go and be free to wherever they go into the light. Like that. That's one thing. That's the one thing that I feel like I'm rewarded by doing this. Like I like to be able to do that. Absolutely. That's what I feel like. I feel like you said earlier, like it's almost like you're a doctor. Like you just have to, it's just something, it's rewarding to me. Like that's, at this point, people are like, oh, that's so cool that you're this and you get to go out and do this. And I'm like, I feel like it's more of a reward for me to be able to help someone. Like I want to be able to help either that trapped spirit or that family member of that person that, just wants to communicate with their loved one. Like I love that. I love the fact that I'm able to be able to bring that to someone. Like I think that's amazing.
Well, Staci Parkinson, you have a following. You, Brandon, Kareem, Scooby Shaggy, whatever. All you guys have a following. Paranormal in the Funhouse has a following. And you guys are famous.
and it's I don't feel
But doesn't
I don't
that feel good?
famous. It does. It
No, you
absolutely
are.
does. Don't get me
It
wrong.
feels good
But
though,
I'm not
doesn't it?
used to it. I'm just not used to that. I'm not used to being like, oh, okay, somebody wants to talk to me. Why? Okay.
So do
All right.
you? I'm sure you guys get approached for autographs and things like that from time to time. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't
Yeah.
that feel good?
It does, but it's still so strange for me.
Of course, it's
I don't
strange.
know why. I'm like, I don't why. Like I'm just me. I don't.
But you're Staci Parkinson. You're Staci.
Apparently.
And there's only one Staci Parkinson, and that is you, baby.
Yes.
You know what? Embrace it. Embrace that fame.
I know. I know. I know.
Have fun with it, girl.
Oh, it's awesome. This is awesome. Like
It's good for you. It's good
It
for
is.
it. Really is. You know, I wish I was a multimillionaire, but I'm not.
I know.
But what
Me
I
neither.
can't get through monetary, you know, whatever. I use sorcery. Yeah. But you're famous, and that has its advantages. Yes.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, you're right. It does. It does. It definitely does. And it's but at the same time I'm like, I just want to help people. Like I
You're
don't
right.
care. Like,
Yes.
I don't wanna I just want to be able to go out and let Aunt whomever communicate with Uncle whomever and everybody be happy, and yeah, that's what I
And
want.
Kathy Holbrook is right. You are very humble. And
thank you, Mama Cat. I love her.
she's a wonderful human being.
She
And
is.
I can feel that. Even through the computer, I can feel her energy. She's a beautiful person.
She is.
Don't ever lose being humble.
I would never. I would never.
Do not be afraid of being famous.
Yeah.
Because you can influence so many women.
If I can do, that's the one thing I want. I want little girls to be able to look and be like, well, if she can do it, then guess what? I can do it.
Because
that's right.
What I want.
That's why you need your Paranormal Mamas Club.
Yes.
Yeah. If
Throw
I
them
can
jackets.
tell one little girl in the world that, you know, who doesn't feel like they can make it and be anything they want to be in the world, like that you can do whatever you want.
That's right.
Don't ever let anyone tell you you can't do something, because you can do it, no matter
You're damn
what
right.
it is.
Because, you know, people used to tell me back in the day, oh, you'll never do this, Ken. You'll never do that. You worship the devil. Well, first of all, no, I don't. I don't worship anything.
Right.
And then I went on to be a very, very successful commercial DJ in the 90s. Do you know why? Because I put my mind to the fact that I was going to make
You
this
weren't
happen.
going to let anybody tell you couldn't do it. And
You're
you
damn right.
To it, and you're like, I'm going to fucking do it. Like,
You know,
you're not going to stop me.
Even though I'm a man and most men are dumbasses, I made it happen.
You made
Good for you. Good for you. Good.
But Courtney, you're absolutely right. Never forget where you came from, your roots. And I don't think you're the type of person that would do this, Staci.
No, I could never. I could never forget where I came from. I know where I came from. I know who I am, and I know who I was raised to be. And I was raised by some very powerful, amazing women that raised me. So I know what I can be, and like I teach my boys, or I try to instill in my boys, you know, don't ever let anyone tell you you can't do something, because you have my oldest one has a disability. He has ADHD. He's dyslexic. He everything was thrown at this poor kid. And I told him always growing up, I said, do not let your disabilities define who you are and who you're meant to be.
That's right.
And
it's a label.
He's more. Now, I mean, the kid he's principal's honor roll. Like, I can't ask for better when it comes to that. Like, he's doing amazing things. So
yeah, labels are so ridiculous, and
I never put a label on my children, and I never would, no matter what, you know, they're telling me at the doctors, you know, he's not going to do that. No, he's going to do it. He's going to do it, and he's going to prove everybody wrong that he did do it. And
some of the most talented people in the world have been autistic.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And nothing can stop you but you. That's what I was told growing up. The only person that can stop you from being the amazing person that you're meant to be is you.
That's right.
And you can't let others stop you from either. So
praise God and pass the ammunition, as my husband would say. By the way, my husband, Kevin Story, loves you, Stacy.
Oh, tell Kevin I love him too.
I will. I will. He really thinks you're a wonderful human being. Yes.
Oh, thank
And that's
you.
saying a lot. Cause
Send him a friend's request, Stacy.
I will do that. I promise.
STORY. Kevin Story, baby.
Awesome. I will make sure I do that when I get on. That's
All
cool. That's so cool. I love you guys. You guys are so awesome.
Well, what can we say?
Yeah, exactly. You know.
I was looking for a lady named Liz. Oh, there she is.
popped
Oh,
up.
Liz. Yes, Liz is
Yes,
awesome. She's so amazing. She's so supportive. She's so great.
Liz, I really want to come to Scotland one day, Liz. So if I get a chance, I want to eat some haggis, maybe.
Yeah, get weird with it.
Well, I have two friends who live right outside Dublin, Ireland, and their goal is to move to Scotland. James and Jody McGee, and they love haggis. Now, I've had haggis before, and it's kind of difficult because I'm not a liver eater, but I would love to come to Scotland, like Edinburgh, Inverness, where they film like Outlander,
Yeah.
which is a great series. I love Outlander. A little too much sex for me, a little too much straight sex for me. It's still a good movie or a show.
So, Stacy, what do you think your personal goal is for Paranormal in the Funhouse? Like, where do you want to see this go? How do you guys want to expand? What's up next? That sort of thing.
Great question.
Yeah, great question. Throw me under the bus.
Baby, we didn't throw you under the bus, baby. We slung your ass under there.
Right now, I'm so focused on wanting to make the fans happy to be able to watch season 3 right now, focusing on season 3 of Paranormal in the Funhouse, because I'm going to be honest with you, like I said earlier, I can't believe we're on season 3 already. Like, it's mind blowing. Like, we're having so much fun doing it and like what we do. And I definitely want to see us as a team focus more on doing documentaries, if that makes any sense, because I love documentaries. I love doing them. I'm like the history buff when it comes to that. Like, I look up all the history of everything that we do and get a lay down and type everything out, and like that's something that I really like doing and like growing up, and I want to see us do more eventually, possibly even make Paranormal in the Funhouse. We can do a movie on something. Like, I mean, that's what I want to, that's where I want to see us going eventually. Like I said, Paraflix is awesome, and you can check out they have so many different they have amazing documentaries on Paraflix you check out. Yes. They have our show, of course. They have really cool stuff there. Like, I mean, if you have not checked out Paraflix, definitely check out Paraflix. They're doing really cool things. The Netflix of the paranormal, as we call it.
That's right. It's true.
Yeah. It's right now I like living in the moment and doing this crazy thing we're doing now.
Girl, I live in the moment every day. I get up to make something to eat.
I'm up. I'm breathing. Let's go.
My breakfast is living in the moment.
Yeah. But yeah, I like where we're at. Like I said, I like our team right now. I think our team's amazing. We don't even call them fans. I don't consider them fans. I consider them all family. Like, we're one big, dysfunctional, paranormal loving family. That's what we
do. I really am. I guess I'll have to do some sorcery, some witchcraft and shit to make it happen, but I really want to get a plane ticket and the money. I like Delta. Delta Airlines is my favorite just because of the name. It's so Star Trek to me. And I love Star Trek,
Oh, yeah.
Captain's Log and all that bullshit. But if I get a chance and I get the money, I will fly to Baltimore to see you guys.
Yes, yes.
But
I'm coming
Stacy,
too.
Stacy, yes, she's coming too. She's
Oh
coming
yes,
too.
she's definitely coming too. She has to
Oh
come.
yeah. But we're gonna hold hands on the plane because god damn, baby, them airplanes freak me the fuck out, girl.
I've
We'll
never.
hold hands.
Fun fact: I was never on a plane until 2 years ago, and it actually scared the shit out of me. I was literally holding on to the seat next to me, like, just let me.
What did you say, Mistress B, about holding hands?
I said, don't worry, I'll hold your hands. You can sit on my lap if you want.
I might cry. I might cry on your shoulder.
That's okay. I got you, Ken. Stacy,
Yes.
I have something that I would personally like to request that I think would really be great. I think on your show, as like maybe an extras episode, maybe you can include them as little shorts on Paraflix or on Facebook. I would love to see interviews with each member of your team.
Yes,
I love learning about you guys.
I'm so glad that you said that and you brought that up because we were just talking about it this morning. We're actually going to be doing that. That's so funny you brought that up because I forgot. We're actually going to be doing that. Like we're going to be like interviewing each other, if that makes any sense. It's going to be really fun and really cool. So we're going to throw that in there. I don't know where it's going to be, whether it's going to be on Facebook or if it's going to be on Patreon, but it will definitely be there. Yeah.
Well, if you need any help on questions, let me know because I got a lot of questions.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, absolutely. The more the better. That's awesome. Yeah, we can get together.
I don't mean to interrupt, Stacy, because you're the paranormal mama, and baby, I cross you with respect, girl. You're like the Virgin Mary of the paranormal.
Yeah,
that's me.
What does Liz say?
Liz says Ken should go to the Edinburgh Vaults and Greyfriars Bobby. The Greyfriars Bobby is an old graveyard.
Yes, I want to go there, but Liz, you got to hold my hand, bitch.
You got to be right there with him.
I know exactly what she's talking about, and yes, I would love to go there.
Courtney has a good idea. She said y'all need to do spoofs and impressions of each other.
Oh, that would be freaking hilarious.
That would be great. I would love that.
Actually, you know what? I might talk to the team and see. We might do something really cool for right around.
Shoot her with what?
Yeah, what are we shooting me with?
They may shoot you as like when we were doing like the interviews. I think that's what Jason.
Sorry, cat's out of the bag.
So into the he exactly. But yeah, that's something that we might do around Halloween time. We were thinking about doing it, like dressing up as each other and just kind of like joking around and seeing like
what would be great?
a whole
I want to see Stacy. I want to see Brandon in a dress.
And a wig. And a wig. Yes, and I'm going to do his makeup. Are you kidding me?
I want to see him work. I want to see his hips go like this and work in it.
Yeah, Ken can teach him to Vogue.
Oh, yeah. I can do that. I can have all three of them in dresses and wigs for you. It's no problem at all.
Do it, baby.
I got this. And me and Liz will dress as the guys. We got it.
There you go. A little opposite day action.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And you guys can do all the stupid stuff and leave them in the dark.
Exactly. How exciting is that? That's going to be amazing.
Oh my God, we're all three of us are so clinical. I love it.
We're evil.
Yeah, that's for sure.
That's what he'll tell me. I'll get off here and Brandon will be like, really?
Brandon said,
"Oh, don't worry. Yeah. He's already in there."
Oh, he's already ready already.
Oh yeah, he's got it.
With that kind of statement, he's already ready already. I didn't know you were that kind of a freak, Brandon. I love you, bro, but it's not going to be me that does it.
Nope,
that's your job, Stacy.
Thanks.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yes, Gina, I would do the man beard and everything, I promise.
Yes.
Whole thing going on. Yep.
Oh my God. Brandon's got some fine words.
Hey, me and Brandon are both Italian. We're basically descendants of Romans, so it'd be a hell of a fight, baby.
That would be something. So yeah, that would be a pay-per-view match right there.
I love you, Brandon.
I would pay for it.
Nah, we're too Italian to fight. We're brothers.
Yeah, exactly. You guys are two of the same, so your guys are good.
Right.
Wops.
Wops. Yeah, we are wops.
Yes.
Nobody else can call me a wop except for Brandon.
That's right. That's so
And
funny.
I'm not ashamed to be a wop, damn it.
He says the same thing about you. He's the only one that can call me that and get away with it. I was like, yeah, I know.
Speaking of wops, I loved my favorite show ever on television to this day. And I loved Game of Thrones and all those other gravy things. The Sopranos was the bomb.
Oh, yeah. I was mad how it ended, though. I can't even discuss
I was too, with the Journey song.
With the Journey
song, and then it just faded to black. But I will say this. I'm not going to say much more because I value things. My mother knows a hell of a lot about that kind of stuff. And she was born in the 1940s. My mother's seen a lot of shit, baby. Oh, yeah. That's all I got to say about it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So Staci.
Yes.
As the and I hope you don't hate me for this nickname. As the paranormal mama.
No, I think it's awesome.
You like it, don't you, girl?
I do like it. That's pretty cool.
As the paranormal mama, what is the most difficult situation you have had to deal with regards to these immature boys?
Really?
Really?
Well, not to throw people under the bus or anything.
Oh, throw them bitches. Kick them under the bus.
I have to constantly get on Scooby for peeing everywhere. Because he's like a Cocker Spaniel. Yes. He will pee everywhere. And I'm like, don't do that. Like, he's not like disrespectful, like going anywhere, like peeing. Right. Like when we get out of the car, I'm like, all right, well, okay. Just.
Yes, Queen. Okay, sorry. Thank you, Laura.
But yes, with regards to that, I mean, other than that, it's just typical boy stuff. Like, Brandon's more of the, I don't really have to say much to Brandon because Brandon's so like goal oriented on getting everything done that he's like, let's do the, and it's more of the leave me alone type of thing. But other than that, yeah, I mean, it's not that bad besides them liking to leave the only female or the only female that was on the group alone all the time.
Oh my God! What did Courtney say? Take a mason jar for Pete's sake. Let me tell you something, baby, Courtney. I've tried to piss in a mason jar, girl. That shit ain't happening. Okay. We are men. When we got to piss, we just do that shit. Okay.
Yes, we know.
Well,
Yay. Like,
but you know what?
There's another new merch idea. Scooby's official pee mason jar.
All right, I'm going to tell you something, and I shouldn't say this, but it's okay. My grandmother on my father's side, my father is Muskogee Creek Native American, okay? My grandmother, when they were on the side of the interstate, oh my God, God rest her soul, she would piss on the side of the road. And people would say, they're going to see you. And she, in her West Virginian accent, she said, I don't give a shit. They ain't never going to see me again.
That sounds like my grandmother. My great-grandmother, believe it or not, my great-grandmother was like that. She'd be like, anywhere. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, we can't do this. And she's like, I do not care. They're not going to see me anymore ever again. I don't know these people. I'm like, okay.
My mom had to get on me one time because we drove from Tacoma to Seattle and it was like 45 minutes and I had just downed a ton of drinks and we got to the parking garage and I was like, y'all, I gotta pee right now. So I just went behind a car and my mom was so proud.
Kathy,
by so proud you meant let's go.
Yeah.
Kathy Hallbrook says that's so me, Ken. I do that.
Yeah.
You do that in Scotland? No, for real. Answer me, Kathy. You do that? You piss on the side of the road in Scotland?
No, she's not in Scotland. She's in Kentucky.
That's right. That's right.
Liz.
I was thinking.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I was thinking of Liz. Never mind.
No, yeah.
Sorry,
Gina's got
baby.
the answer. Gina says Scoobs just needs to wear Depends.
Yes, that's the only thing. I mean, other than that, I'm not really having to be like that mama type with the boys when they're during their
Oh my
course.
God. Courtney says, I peed in a cooler once at Stone Mountain, Georgia during a traffic gridlock as a child. Hey, baby.
Gotta
do what you
go.
gotta do.
I peed in beer bottles before, so whatever.
I think I'm the only one that's never done that. Never peed outside. I've always peed in the bathroom.
You don't know what you're missing. You don't know what
Apparently
you're missing.
not. Apparently, I
Liz,
need to jump on this train because, geez.
Liz says this is a great show. The Wizards, I think, table. Is that right? Yes, it is right, baby. Anyway, yous are all brilliant, and Ken is so great. Stacy and Brandon is brilliant, and Jason too. Thank you so much, sweetheart.
Thank you. Yeah, Liz is awesome. Liz has always been supportive of us. She's always in our lives. She's always hanging out. She's really cool. Like I said,
Yeah.
I don't think of any of these people as fans or just people that watch us. I think of every single one of these people as our family. Our
Kathy
extended family.
Albrecht says, I was like, Scotland? I probably would if I had to pee while I'm in Scotland.
We would. Trust me, Mama Cat wouldn't care. She'd go anywhere. She wouldn't care at all.
Laura Romaine, we love you, baby. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good night,
great
sweetheart.
night.
Thank you so much, Laura.
Oh, we got somebody from London.
London.
Oh, yeah, that's Miss Tammy Clark. She's followed us from the beginning.
Let me do it this way. London, the United Kingdom. Because you know what? The UK got their shit together. They're proper. Us Americans, us Yanks, we don't give a fuck.
No.
Nope. Not at
Not at
all.
all.
Yeah, yank. Yeah, yank.
Yep. But yeah, Tammy Clark has been one of ours. She's been with us from the beginning. She's also
That's
an amazing
awesome.
lady. So
That's
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
fantastic.
she's awesome.
I'm glad to hear that. Good
Mhm.
deal.
We've had a lot of our everybody Mama Cat, Kathy Holbrook. She's been with us from the very beginning. We've had a lot of true people that have stayed with us through a lot. So yeah, like I said, we don't have fans, we have family. So
Kathy says, I'm definitely a southerner.
yes, she is.
Love
She is
it.
down to the yep.
Oh, Denise says we're not going anywhere. That's so sweet.
Oh
Denise.
yeah, Denise as well. Denise is actually one that we were on. We were at her house. The Lucy episode.
That's right.
Denise. That's Denise. Yeah.
Denise is a good. She's a good lady.
Yes, she is a really good lady. She's been with us for a while too. But yeah, that's the Lucy episode with the doll in Pittsburgh. That's where we were. We were at her
I
house.
remember that. Yeah. Me and her have talked a little bit privately about her situation
And
with
Gina
regards
too. Yep.
to spirits and stuff. So yeah. Gina says, been there since the beginning as well.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Gina, yeah, every single one of these people have.
By the way,
really
Gina,
been with us.
Gina, I sent you a friend's request. I'm waiting.
TikTok.
Denise Held, yes, Ken is awesome. I know, baby. What can I say? No, we do love you, Denise. Thank you so much for the support that you give to the Wizards Table podcast. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, awesome.
Oh, Courtney says, I have Lucy now. She's been silent.
Courtney
Go ahead,
brought
baby.
Lucy. Courtney brought Lucy from Denise. Yeah, she got it.
She brought her or bought her?
Bought her.
Oh, okay. Okay. Great show. It was busy day hitting them numbers, Wizard Table. Woot, woot. Thanks, Funhouse folks, for tuning in on short notice. Yes, for real. Everybody that came over from the Funhouse, thank you so much for tuning in at the last minute. And
Stacy, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Stacy.
No, you guys, anytime. I loved it. I think it's awesome.
We're not done, though.
Oh, I know.
Oh,
I know.
You're in for more horrendous torture.
Speaking of which, I have a question.
Yes.
Have you ever thought about getting into a sort of magical practice to accompany the paranormal?
Great question.
I have not thought about it, but I'm not opposed to it.
All right. So
Yeah,
we're
it's
gonna
not
get you
something
over
yet.
here. We're gonna banish some demons. We're gonna teach you a couple spells.
Sounds good to me.
I think you could really benefit from candle magic. We could light a lot of we could teach you a lot about like candle magic, and you can make candles for love and protection and warmth and comfort. And I think having those in your investigation would just bump it up another level.
Absolutely.
Oh,
I think, Stacy, I think you would be great at it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I think you would be a natural. I do love Ken and the Wizard's Table, Mistress B, of course. Thank you, Kathy.
We love you too.
For sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I am 100%. Yeah, I'm open to it. I would love to learn it and love to do it. I think that'd be cool.
What you got there, Ken?
My friend.
Ooh, let's see.
His name is Baphomet.
Ooh.
Some people are scared of Baphomet, but Baphomet is simply a sigil. He's a glyph. He's not really a real entity. He's probably an egregor now, a thought, a thought energy, but he's Baphomet. And it's funny because this symbol was created in the 1800s by Eliphas Levi, and Anton LaVey, the founder of the Satanic Church of San Francisco, adopted this statue symbol and perverted it into something it is not. So this has nothing to do with evil or worshiping Satan or all of those things. This is basically a symbol of as above, so below, the earth, the air, the fire, the water, etc., animalism, humanism, so on and so forth. So
learn something new every day.
Yep.
So, Stacy,
yes.
What direction would you personally like to see your and Brandon's show go in?
I would like to see us opening up more, going more places, even internationally. Like, I would love that. That would be amazing. I would also love to work with like people who have been on TV a lot longer than we have, obviously. I would love to work with Ghost Adventures crew. I would love to work with the more famous mediums out there that have been on different shows. I do. I want to experience all that. But I said my main goal, like my main thing is I would love to go internationally. Like I would love to go and check out, France and Italy and Scotland.
Yeah.
I would love to do that. That's like my main goal in the next 5 to 7 years. I want to see that happen for us. Yeah, that's what I would like.
I think if you could get to film in the catacombs, you should definitely do it. I've been there. The catacombs are incredible. And
absolutely.
I had run training in forensic anthropology, so just the bones alone were fascinating. But there was such an energy down there, and it wasn't anything malevolent. It's just heavy.
Oh, yeah, I would love that. Oh, that would be amazing. Brandon, actually, that's like one of Brandon's things. Brandon really wants to do the catacombs. Like, he's very much into that. That's like one of his goals.
Well, I'm going to tell you, Stacy, we had the great opportunity and privilege of interviewing Patty Negri.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
We did. Yeah.
She's fantastic.
Awesome. Yeah.
We had her on our show. You can go back and watch it. We archive all of our shows on the Wizard's Table page. Okay. And she was fantastic. She was so great.
Cool. Yeah, I would love to work with Patty, and eventually I think we will. We will get that chance to work with Patty because
she's such a good person, easygoing. And
she's such a powerful person.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, for sure. She's one that I'm like, I'm looking forward to working with at some point. Yes, for sure.
And awesome. Jason, absolutely not. That's right. Do not forget Germany.
Germany, of course.
Yes.
Yes.
Patty Negri is my mentor.
Yeah.
Yes, we love her. She's awesome.
And she's real. She's legit.
Oh yeah, down to earth, legit. Like you said, she's legit. She's, and like Mistress B said, she's very, very powerful. She has this whole like about her.
She's just like so comfortable. Even though when we interviewed her, it was over the computer. It was so tranquil.
Like you were just talking to your neighbor next door.
Yes, it was
absolutely.
It was so tranquil to be in her
Mhm.
presence. So Patty Negri, we love you.
Yes, we do.
Absolutely. Well, we've enjoyed having you on so much, Staci, and it's such a nice opportunity. I know that we love you, Brandon, but everybody sees a lot of Brandon, so it's nice to see a little bit more from everybody else, and we'll have to have the rest of the members on one by one.
For sure. They all have already agreed that they want to be on here for sure with you guys.
Okay,
all
cool.
3 of them for sure, yeah. So you guys reach out to them, and they are all down. They're absolutely down. They love you guys. You guys are one of our favorite podcasts, so we love you guys.
Oh, we appreciate that.
That means a lot. That means a lot coming from you guys.
Yeah.
So, Staci, nothing but love to you, baby. Nothing but love to Brandon. Nothing but love to Paranormal in the Funhouse. Now,
thanks, guys.
Tell our audience again about the 13% off and how they can find Paranormal in the Funhouse, baby.
So you can find us on Facebook looking up Fun Uniform. All one word, Fun Uniform. I love
that name.
That was his gamer name from Mixer, believe it or not. He couldn't change it, so it stuck.
I love it.
All one word, Fun Uniform. You can look us up on Facebook, as well as we have launched our new website, which is super excited about. And that's going to have all the information on it. And that is going to be funhouseparanormal.com.
Here's a little screen grab of it. There's tons of goodies that you can get.
Everything that you're seeing, everything on our website, guys, right there, everything you're seeing is 13% off. Everything until Monday night. Our sale is going to keep going until Monday night, guys. So go on there, check us out. There's also a link for our Patreon on there, so you guys can become members. You get awesome content, awesome cool stuff that nobody else is going to be able to see. We're offering still the lives on Facebook. You guys are still going to get those. We're doing that. As well as we have a donation button on our website that's going to help us get to these places so we can still continue to give you guys amazing live shows. All that money goes straight towards that, towards places, locations. We're working on that. As well as Paraflix. Our link for Paraflix is on our website as well. So if you are not a Paraflix member, you have not seen our show and other amazing shows, check that out. Make sure you go on there and check that out, guys. And we just appreciate all the love and support that you guys have given us over the last almost 2 years, I think we've been doing this. It's been amazing, and you guys are so awesome. And it's guys like you that keep us going. And also you guys, Ken Allen and Miss B, you guys are amazing. You guys are so awesome. We appreciate all the love and support that you guys have given us.
Absolutely. And you know that we back you guys up. We support you guys. And we will have Brandon on in September.
Yes.
Yeah, look out for
that. Will be back on. He will be back on. You guys can see his mug instead of mine.
His mug. I didn't know people still said that, mug.
I do it all the time. I say that all the time, and Brandon always looks at me like, "Really,
girl?" I thought that shit. I honestly thought that shit went out of style in the '80s. In the '90s. I don't feel bad now. So
I brought it back because
bring it back, girl.
There
was another thing I used to say in the '90s when I did commercial radio. Off the hook. Remember that?
I say that too.
Off the hook.
Say that. Yes. That's so funny you say that. I say that too.
I love that. Off the hook.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that was huge.
That was right before the Spice Girls made their debut.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Oh, we're old.
Oh, we are.
We're just decrepit.
Yes.
All right, but Staci, thank you so much. We love you, girl.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. You guys have a great night, okay?
So everybody check out Paranormal in the Funhouse with Staci Parkinson and Brandon Crody, my Italian brother from another mother.
Yes, check it out, guys. You won't be disappointed. We're bringing you season 3. We're super excited about season 3, guys. Love you all.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.